I'm so glad you're with us tonight for Open Line. We're talking about the Nashville Public Library. I am learning so much, and I'm so excited to go explore downtown. I have Lindsay Patrick here, who is the Children's Services Manager. She knows A through Z about what's going on at the library this summer, and you guys have lots going on.
We do.
But really throughout the year, we have story time, and that is such a huge draw.
Yes, story time is really essential for young minds. We have story times at all of our 21 locations, every day of the week, pretty much. So if you're a working mom, you can probably find a story time that works for your schedule, working mom or dad. So our goal for Storytime is to really help caregivers teach early literacy skills to their children. We believe that parents are the first teacher, and that's often intimidating for a parent.
Very much so.
Especially if teaching is not what is not in your wheelhouse.
I will tell you, I was not born to be a teacher.
Right, and that's fine. What early literacy skills are, they're as simple as talking to your child, singing to your child.
You can do that.
Playing with your child, reading to your child, and writing with your child, even before they can actually, have the gross motor skills to write. And these are all skills that you can pick up in a story time in a very non-intimidating way.
And so much so that the kids don't know that they are being schooled in a way.
Right,
it's just
absolutely.
fun.
It is, and it should be. I mean, you kind of pick your early childhood specialist, if it's Piaget or if it's Mr. Rogers, and they all say play is the work of a child. And that's how children learn, is through play. And when you're interacting with your child and you go to story time, you're able to learn these skills. You're able to learn how to read to them and how to play in an engaging way with them that helps them build that vocabulary that we were talking about.
You can take it home. You can go to story time and think, oh, we can do this at home too.
Yes.
And you know what? I got to look, thanks to Miss Vicki Gates. Love her to death, and she does the best school patrol stories. And I want to show you. She went to story time recently, so if you haven't seen it, here's a great look at it.
Hello out there. Hello, everybody.
We're here at Nashville's main library.
Good morning, everyone.
And as it is every Tuesday and Wednesday,
Hello.
Oh, it's Tommy Dog.
Oh, it's the professor.
Everyone say hello, Tommy Dog.
it's story time.
Well, I was just outside.
Outside, yes.
Digging a hole.
But story time at the downtown library
It's a great day to make some new friends.
is so much more.
Are you ready for some games and fun to sing and read? We've just begun.
The professor gets the show started with a song.
What could it be? Come on, let's see. The sun makes the flowers grow.
This audience is well acquainted with the cast of characters
Stay alive, stay alive.
and the flow of the show.
Jeffrey, Bull, Beffrey, Banana, Faniful, Feffrey, me, my, Mo, Meffrey, Jeffrey. Now I see this head way in the back.
She recognizes the characters, the puppets that are coming, and the rainbow.
Pink is a color that's found in a rainbow.
There's a lot of singing in the show.
Blue and green are colors that are found in a rainbow.
Not only do the children sing along,
Everyone, let's make a beautiful rainbow.
so do the adults.
Pink and blue and purple, and what's your favorite?
So you get to know the different songs, and so you can join in along.
A beautiful rainbow so high in the sky.
I think the kids watching their parents so engaged, it's paves that way that they can do it too.
Let's see what happens.
This is the library, so Library Pete reads today's book selection.
Early bird likes to wake up early. Yeah, so do I. Do you guys like to wake up early?
Children are encouraged to tour the library after the show.
It's really fun for him to come and be able to pick out some books, and it gets him excited to be able to read.
And it's something that he can look forward to each week. And then we meet our friends here. So he gets to meet some of his friends, and I get to meet some of my friends, and we come every week, and we love
You
it.
can come up on the edge of the ledge, that's right.
The professor has been doing this for some 18 years now.
I see trees of green.
The secret is including everyone.
As we interact with the kids and we let them speak, we listen to them and let them be involved. It's very interactive. Red roses too.
And since it's been part of the library's repertoire for those 18 years,
And I think to myself,
that secret must still be working.
Real family tradition, unique to Nashville. People keep coming and bringing their generations of family. What a wonderful world. Okay, everybody, shake your hands like this. Shake your hands like this. For the big finale, that's right. Excellent. Jimmy Giraffe, take it home. Here we go.
oh yes.
That's what I call singing. Woo! All right, Jimmy, well, that's it for this story time. Can you join us? We have 2 more coming up.
Oh, certainly.
All right, then. We'll see you later, Jimmy.
Good day, Max.
Good day, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Hello.
Oh, it's Tommy Dog.
Oh, it's the professor.
Everyone say hello, Tommy Dog.
It's story time.
Are you ready for some games and fun to sing and read? We've just begun.
Performed live at the library.
The simplicity of the performance, it still captures kids' imaginations and their attention like nothing else does.
Our hats off to those performers. Amazing work that they do. Just amazing.
Yes, the 2 performers that you saw in there, that was the professor and Library Pete. Mary also joins Storytime quite a bit, and they are celebrities around town. It's remarkable. If you go out to lunch with them and a child sees them, it would be like if we saw, you know, a movie star or a country music star. That's the look that, and even the adults get it sometimes too.
Well, especially when we were talking about generation to generation, they've grown up with these folks.
Absolutely.
And you know, I just love watching the kids. They are just memorized. I mean, these performers have the secret. They know what to do, how to do it, and these kids just watch and pay attention.
Yeah, and you know, we were talking about repetition earlier, and there is a lot of repetition in our story times. That is essential in helping children expect what's coming.
Yes.
So when something new is presented to them, everything isn't new, but there's a new story or maybe a new song, and that really helps, you know, kind of gently lead a child on their learning progress.
Okay, so I know folks are saying, I want to go to story time. When is story time at the main branch?
At the main library, it's every Tuesday and Wednesday, 9:30, 10:30, and 11:30.
Okay.
And again, we've got them all over the system. All of our locations have story time. And yes, the professor, Library Pete, and Mary are also celebrities, but so is Miss Donna at Bellevue and Miss Clarice at the North Branch. When they're out in their community and children see them as well, they're just as awestruck.
It's amazing how these kids just kind of latch on to these adults, and it's their first view of really a teacher, I think, a lot of times.
That's true, yeah.
And again, that learning is fun.
Right, and connecting books with love and learning.
And fun, absolutely. Okay, so one more time, just so I know people are saying, I want to, what was it? The dates and times, the story time at the main branch.
Tuesday and Wednesday, 9:30, 10:30, and 11:30.
Is that by age range, or is it just time?
No, that's our preschool story time.
Okay, so it fits everybody.
There's also a number of story times around the system that are geared more towards babies and toddlers.
Okay.
That, you know, there's a lot more interaction between the parent and the child. So if that's the age range you're looking for, make sure that you look for babies or toddler story times.
And by the way, what is the website for the library?
Oh, it's very easy to find, library.nashville.org.
Library.nashville.org, that is easy. And that's where we could find different branches, different going-ons, and different branches, and it's right there on the screen if you need to write it down.
Yes, we have a brand new website. It's really beautiful and easy to search.
Okay, we were watching a story earlier that Tawanda did, and she mentioned the tween area, and you also have a teen area, and you said the tween area is the only one in the nation. One of the only ones in the nation, yes. That's
amazing. We are at the beginning of this trend of providing services towards middle schoolers. We have and have had a really wonderful teen program at Nashville Public Library for some years now, and we have a wonderful children's program, but we're kind of missing those middle schoolers who can't quite go to the teen area yet or aren't ready developmentally to go to the teen area. So we've created a tween space at the downtown location called the Alley. And that's where ages 8 to 13 can hang out, and they're introduced to some of the technology that they'll get once they move up into the teen space into Studio MPL.
And we're seeing a picture of it right here. Is that part of the tween area?
Well, that's actually our public computers in the downtown. It just that caregivers and young children can use.
Oh, okay, gotcha. And then let's talk about the teen area a little bit. What's that involve?
So teen areas, again, we want to provide developmentally appropriate and safe spaces for the age groups that we're targeting. So in the teen area, that's ages 13 to 18. so in 7th grade up through their senior year. And those spaces are dedicated just to teens. So it's, again, a safe space for them. Many of our locations have teen librarians who lead them in all different kinds of programming. Some of those programming are book clubs and, manga clubs. But then we also have...
Hold on.
I know.
What's a manga club?
I know.
This is a new word for me.
It's a graphic novels,
Okay,
essentially,
gotcha.
which is incredibly popular with teens.
Okay.
And both in appreciating graphic novels and also learning to write their own graphic novels.
Cool.
Which is, we have a ton of programs this summer on learning cartooning. But we also have our Studio MPL program, which just celebrated its 1-year anniversary at the library, and it's a space for teens to explore all different kinds of maker technology, very low technology, by doing paper cutouts and silhouettes, and then all the way up to digital photography. We have a recording studio downtown. They're learning circuitry and 3D printing. I mean, it's remarkable.
And at a library. I mean, that's what I'm like, wait a second, libraries are for books. But it all comes together.
It really does. I mean, and the society, we want to reflect the society that we live in. And so we can't just be about books. That would be doing a disservice to the people of Nashville. But I think what's more important than just providing the technology is we also provide the experts. So, while librarians like to believe that we know everything,
Sure you
we
do.
also know enough to admit when we need experts to come in. So at Studio MPL, we have experts in digital arts, and we have a 3D printing expert, and we have a music expert that are helping these kids learn more hands-on the areas that they're passionate about.
And I think especially, I have a niece who's a teenager, and just watching her and the way she expresses herself, I mean, she knows how to edit video, and all of her friends make these little video montages together, and that's just the way they express life these days.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's very different the way we did it.
It is.
But it's amazing, and they're so talented. So to see that be fostered and to have their creativity just expanded, it's great.
Yeah, it really is. And we also, that is that's what teens are doing right now. In addition to having all of this technology and this mentorship, we're also teaching teens how to do it in a safe way.
Yes.
So parents like to hear that as well.
Oh, for sure. It's a huge component of it, because you want to know what your children are doing, and sometimes it's so hard to stay with them with technology. So to have others come alongside you and be a partner in that and say, we got this, we know what we're doing, we know what the parameters are, we're going to take care of them. Yeah, that's fantastic. We have Lucy on the line. Lucy, it's good to hear you tonight. What's your comment or question?
Yes, the audio lab. Your experts, do any of them come from Nashville Public Radio by any chance?
We have a number of different experts from all over. I'm not sure if you're asking specifically about our StoryCorps partnership that we have with NPR.
No, the audio lab with the teenagers, because I'm gonna say a couple of things here. I'm gonna make some challenges to the Nashville community.
All right.
Okay, if Nashville Public Radio are not sending people over as mentors and volunteers to the teenage audio program, I have been trying to tell the teenage kids that I've met in Nashville that say that they're into audio, that's their hobby. They're not taking it in high school, they just like it. They had no idea y'all had this program. I was trying to tell them that there were other ways to express yourself other than writing rap music and stuff, and I was trying to refer them to the Nashville Public Radio station, where there's just a plethora of programs like Radio 360, Prairie Home Companion, where there's all these different things that you can do creatively with audio and sound effects and build the story. And, I was telling them that they might have a senior citizen that they might want to interview that actually had some sort of amazing life, and they could put this down with sound effects. But those examples lie in public radio. So I wonder if sometimes that some public radio people might want to come over and tell them how they do their craft and how they work up a 2-minute story or something, so these kids can know there's another way also to express themselves. The last thing I want to say is I guess the only person I know in the community, because I see him on the TV all the time, is Enoch Fuzz. We're talking about the children in our community. A lot of them don't have a way to get to these programs. That's what I've listened to these kids say, too. I'm just saying, Enoch Fuzz, talk to all your preachers and see if y'all can come up with a way to get maybe a location where these kids could go see the puppet truck at a church and maybe take them all down for a field trip during the summer to the library. If the police can come out and help a lot of kids, I think that the church community can do a lot of good with what they have to offer at the library, and that's basically all I want to say.
Okay,
Thank you for having this show tonight. I appreciate it.
Well, we're glad you're watching. We certainly are. Thank you, Lucy. Great ideas. I know you guys are having field trips come in all the time.
We do. And we also, we do have experts in the community come into Studio MPL. I'm not sure if we've had anyone from Nashville Public Radio, but we do try to pull in local experts. We had fashion designer Amanda Valentine come in. She was on Project Runway, and she came into Studio MPL and did some graphic textile work with the kids. Yeah, so we are always looking for partnerships, so that's a really good point. She also brought up another really good point that not everyone can get to the library. So the Nashville Public Library has a number of outreach initiatives trying to take the library to people. We have a very large summer challenge component that is taking the summer challenge to different locations that offer free lunches during the summer.
Wonderful.
And so the children are getting a free meal, and we're bringing books to them. And that's one of my favorite programs that I have a hand in. But we also, our Studio MPL does go on the road, and they are at pop-up events, and they're at schools, at the after school, the NASA sites. So we are also aware that transportation can be an issue too, so we are trying to get the library out there to people.
Fantastic. And we should mention again, 21 locations.
Yes. And a lot of our locations have Studio MPLs in their location.
That's awesome. Okay. We're going to take another quick break. If you have a question or comment, go ahead and call in. We got all the lines open right now. 615-737-PLUS is the number to call. That's 7587. We're going to come right back. We'll talk a little bit more about what's available for the adults this summer. Stick around.